Alright, you ready?
I'm double ready.
Are you sure,
Ready,
Ava?
ready. Oh, yeah. I'm totally ready.
Oh, sick.
Ready.
You're ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Hey guys, Stephen Lacey here from Duo Reacts. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching our video. We have a special guest today, little Miss Ava. So Ava, what are you thinking about Duo Reacts? You liking it?
Yeah.
Pretty cool?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to watch some shows with us in the future?
Sure.
Sure. Okay.
Not Game of Thrones.
Yes.
Not Game of Thrones, no. So we are watching Game of Thrones, Season 6, Episode 3. And this episode is called Oathbreaker.
Oathbreaker. Yay.
Oathbreaker.
Yeah.
So I just have one question from one of you guys for Steve.
Yeah. Good.
For before we get started in this episode. So the question is from Daz T.
Hey, Daz.
Hi, Dad. I think you're having a good day, and if you are, great job.
Good job, Melisandre.
Okay, so Melisandre was disillusioned with the Lord of Light and believed that her previous visions in the flames were lies.
Yeah.
Some of those visions led to the end of the legitimate Baratheon family. Even Gendry was almost killed. The Lord of Light may have also been responsible for ending Robb Stark, Balon Greyjoy, and Joffrey.
Joffrey.
Yes. The Lord of Light also told Melisandre to save Davos because he has a part to play in the wars to come. Remember that? What do you think that the Lord of Light is up to, and why do you think that he might have lied to Melisandre?
I don't think it was a lie. I think it was a misinterpretation upon Melisandre.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I would have to agree with you on that
because some of it's been right.
Yeah,
so I believe it's been a misinterpretation of her readings.
Right.
Maybe she's not as good as what she thinks, but yeah, that's what I would say. Because some things have come true.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And
Daz,
don't you think maybe she pushed a little bit too?
Exactly. Like that's my whole thing on it is that when she would see something in the flames, she would like try to force things to happen. Whereas not just letting them happen on their own or whatever, like she'd try and force it. And therefore I think that like she misinterpreted what she saw in the flames. I don't think it was lies.
I mean, there's definitely.
Right.
We saw what happened.
Yeah, exactly. We saw what happened. We saw that a lot of things have come true, and the things that haven't come true, I think, have been because she forced it, or she forced it in whatever she thought.
And another thing I want to bring up too about last episode.
Mm-hmm.
I want to bring this up. We were kind of going through the editing, and I want to tell you what my frame of mind was a little bit going into season 6, episode 2.
Oh, okay. I think a lot of the fans were kind of wondering about that. So yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm going to. Season 5 was such a drain that it literally, with Shireen dying, that there's parts of the movie that was very, very powerful to me.
Okay.
And episode 5 really drained a lot out of me.
You mean season 5?
Season 5.
Yeah, the whole season.
So I'm still, I was still hungover from season 5.
Yeah.
So when Jon came alive, I did not expect that. When they walked out of the room and the dog was just laying there, I feared it was done.
Yeah, you didn't know what to think. And I know you had said earlier, or not earlier, but like afterwards, later that night, that like you fully expected Jon to come back. But then when all that buildup happened and then nothing,
yeah,
like
I was
you
just
were
like,
okay.
If you watch, I even laid my head back like, this is really like
this
that.
is, yeah, I remember seeing you do that when I was editing.
So, when he did spark to life or, had that sudden deep breath and our TV was on, you don't get to see all the reaction of me. I was so happy,
Yeah.
but I didn't know how to express it. If that makes sense at all. I don't know if you've ever been so shocked that something happened because you just determined that it was over.
Yeah. And then you just don't know what to, you don't know what to think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like.
Of course I was happy, but
Yeah.
then again, I didn't wait a whole year to
that's
have
true.
this happen to me. I'm sure that you'd be ecstatic if you waited a whole year and then he came to life. Yeah, I'm sure that, but I wasn't going to be who I'm not and go, yippee, Or,
yeah, you're going to be yourself, and you're not going to try and
that was
fake.
That was a true reaction.
You're not going to fake a reaction.
I understand that
yeah.
we're supposed to be a reaction channel, but that was my true reaction.
Yeah.
It was
I
literally.
think that's what they want to see is
Yeah.
the honest reaction and not just.
You're not going to get
us-
fake, Steve. I'm going to
Yeah.
tell you that. I'm from.
I would imagine that you guys wouldn't want us to fake a reaction just to be like, oh, this is how everybody else reacts to something, or this
Yeah.
is how. Yeah, it's like
not going to happen.
he
It's
was,
not gonna happen.
yeah, in the moment, and I had noticed that there was a lot of people in the comments kind of saying like, oh, it was kind of like. They weren't they were expecting more of a reaction, I guess, from
Yeah.
him.
Well,
And
I think
tried to explain to people in the comments a little bit.
this show is crazy good.
Yeah.
And season 5, and I just wanted to explain it, and I think I did. Season 5 was such a drain that literally seeing Sansa being saved was my
That was like your
yeah,
Yeah,
because
you loved
at this
that,
point,
yeah.
At this point, everything was going wrong.
yeah.
And the whole
You just
John.
expected it to keep going, like, because I know you said like when we got done watching episode 1, you were like, he's coming back, and then later on after we watched episode 2 and we weren't recording, you were talking about like, especially after Melisandre came in and she was even trying, you're like, you fully expected him to come back, because why would they build up to all this? Why would Melisandre even try? Unless he wasn't going to come back.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, but there was a certain point in that video when they all walked out and it just kind of sat there and it sat there and it sat there that I was like,
Yep, must be over now.
like okay,
Yep.
well, let's go hang our hat on something else. But then he came to life. I was speechless.
Yeah.
It's just like after the Red Wedding.
Yeah, where you don't really know what to say or how to feel or how to act, because it's like just like you're in a state of like, wait, what just happened?
Everybody
Like,
reacts different.
Yeah.
Some people are gonna probably ham it up. I'm not gonna do that, because what you're seeing is what you get.
Yep.
I love you guys, but I'm not gonna do that and be someone I'm not. You'd rather have me who I am.
I'm
I
sure
hope.
they would prefer that you be yourself in
Yeah.
all circumstances.
And I love every one of you, but yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
You're not going to be like, oh my God. Yeah.
And if there's that moment that
And to be honest, I don't even think I reacted that way upon first seeing it.
if anything, it was emotionally
It was
charged.
and it was like draining, because it's like, are you
think
freaking
about this
serious?
for a minute? Yeah. Everybody experiences death in a certain way and handles it a certain way.
Yeah.
And what you see as that person acting indifferent, that may not be indifferent for them. For me,
everybody's
seeing
different.
John come back to life, it was pretty moving.
Yeah.
Because we needed him to come back. I'm emotionally invested, guys. I
Yeah.
care about the Stark family, and I care about the show. It's incredible. And I just wanted to say that, because I think not saying it would be a disservice. And
You want them to understand.
Yeah.
No, I get it. I totally get it. So I hope that answered some of your questions in regards to, the last episode and John coming back, and like, was Steve happy about, because he was.
I was emotionally spent, guys.
Yeah,
I think and gals.
I think he was drained,
Yeah.
just emotionally drained, and just like to the point where it's like, well, finally something, good happened.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty obvious Melisandre was there. for a reason.
She was there for a reason.
And,
yeah.
and I would hope that you'd pick up on that during the season show when you were watching it. I know it shocked me when he was stabbed, but then her being there, it was kind of like, whoa.
It kind of put that, and the same with me. It put that thought in my head, and I was like, there's a reason why she's there.
And another thing is,
Yeah.
when the wildlings barged the door,
Yeah.
I was super excited and stoked because, I knew they were there to kick.
And they're on John's side.
Well,
That's the
even if he
important
was
part.
dead or alive, they were avenging his death.
Yes.
In a way. So
Yes.
I was very ecstatic about that.
Yeah.
When John didn't wake up, my level fell.
Yeah.
And I was
I
like,
could see that
I was
for
bummed.
sure.
And then he came alive, and I was like, thank God. So now I'm back. I feel good. The show's
Now
going
he's like,
on.
I'm hoping more good things happen to where it's just like you can get out of that depressive state
Right.
that you were in season 5.
Now I'm geared up to watch episode 3. So
All right.
I'm ready. Sorry for the long-winded
He's like, I just
conversation,
needed to
but-
get this off my chest.
But look, I'm not going to laugh when it's not funny, and I'm not going to cry when it's not emotional. You're going to get...
You're gonna
you
get
may
what
get
you get.
tears. You may get tears sometime. Came close during Shireen, or... sorry, not Shireen.
Sansa and
So- the-
Brienne.
That one just about did it.
I saw that you were so happy to see
I was.
that moment.
The pledging
between them.
moment.
When she pledged her sword to Sansa. That
was like...
an amazing moment, and I was definitely.
I knew she was
teary-eyed.
safe, and I
Yes.
knew that Brienne would. She's dedicated.
She's dedicated.
And this show,
Yeah.
I'm going to say it one last time. This is the best damn show
Yeah.
ever, because it takes you to the edge, makes you hang on by fingernails like season 5.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just gripping on because how much more can I handle? And by God, it pulls you back in.
All right. Well, that's good. We're going to have little Miss Ava go play. You ready to go play, baby? You want to say bye to everybody? You look there.
Bye.
Say, make sure you like this video.
Make sure you like this video.
Okay.
I'm going to bed.
You're going to bed? All right. Let's do it.
Let's roll. Yeah, right? We're doing the same. See? He's in shock.
He's seeing a ghost. What, had he not gotten fully out of the room yet? Well, hello.
He was out of the damn room. He's shitting his pants just like I did. Okay, time to sit up.
He's like, what? What? Now he's freaking out.
She's even like, holy shit. You see her eyes?
Yeah.
It fucking worked.
He's like, what?
Look at her.
Yeah, she's shocked.
He stopped me.
Like, how am I... Hashtag
Put a knife
fuck
in my
Ollie.
heart. Afterwards. After they stabbed you, after you died, where did you go? What did you see?
Nothing. There was nothing at all. You were dead. And no, you're not. It was completely Fucking mad, seems to me. I can only imagine how it seems to you.
Right.
I failed.
No, they failed.
They failed.
I'll go fail again.
Davos and his inspirational
I like him.
speeches. Yeah.
I freaking love him.
Oh, now everybody's gonna. Oh shit.
I just got goosebumps. Oh my god. I think I would fall down.
Freak
If I
out.
was his buddy or
Yeah.
someone that support, I think I'd fall
Like
out.
you were dead. I saw your body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
get
him, if
Tormund.
I was him, I would fall out right now.
Tormund's like,
They think you're some kind of god. The man who returned from the dead. I'm not a god. I know that. I saw your pecker. What kind of god would have a pecker that small?
I'm glad that those two are friends now.
Yeah. You saw what he did to that one guy's head.
Yeah.
Or whatever he was hitting.
Yeah.
Your eyes are still brown. Is that still you in there? I think so. Hold off on burning my body for now.
Yeah.
That's funny. You sure that's still you in there?
Because he was funny. Alright.
There's my five.
I tell you, I used to think the sea was called the sea because it was nothing but water as far as the eye could see.
I don't think so.
Sea. They're spelled different, but they sound the same.
They do.
It was before I learned how to read, obviously.
Who is this? Is that Ned when he was young?
That is.
That's my father.
The other one looked more like a young Ned.
No.
Mira's father. Lord Stark.
I looked for you on the Trident.
We weren't there.
Your friend, the usurper, would lie beneath the ground if we had been. The Mad King is dead. Rhaegar lies beneath the ground. Why weren't you there to protect your prince?
Our prince wanted us here. And now it begins.
No. Now it ends.
Wow. Jesus.
He's better than my father.
Father.
My father beat him.
Did he?
No, he did. Heard the story 1,000 times. He stabbed him in the back. What's in the tower?
That's enough for one day. We'll visit again another time.
I want to see where he's going.
Time to go.
Father!
Did you just hear him?
He heard something.
What in the hell?
Why did you do that? Take me back there, I want to go back.
But before you leave, you must learn
Learn what?
everything.
Everything.
I would agree, because I have no clue what's going on.
You're like, you stay there and learn just so I can learn too.
That is how you pronounce it. Dom. I'm afraid I don't really speak the language.
Yes, you're a true liberator, aren't you? You won't torture me, you'll just threaten my son.
Children are blameless. I have never hurt them.
Bitch, you
How
done
will poor
fucked
Dom
up.
get on without his mother? There is a third option, though. A ship leaving tomorrow for Pentos. I've already booked passage for a woman and her young son. I'll even throw in a bag of silver to help you start again. Though I'm afraid we'll have to ask one of our leather-clad friends back in to carry it. You need to decide now. A new life for you and Dom. Or
Or no life.
What should we do while we wait? To pass the time. What should we do? What should we talk about? A wise man once said, the true history of the world is a history of great conversations in elegant rooms.
Who said this?
Me. Just now.
She's like,
Oh, you took your time.
he's
Sorry.
like, oh, thank God.
I was busy learning who funds the Sons of the Harp.
Does he understand what we're saying? I mean, to the extent that he ever understood complete sentences in the first place. He understands well enough. So tell him to march into the sept and crush the High Sparrow's head like a melon.
If someone is laughing at the Queen and walk naked through the streets covered in shit, I want to hear. I want to know who they are. I want to know where they are.
What he's done to Kwisatz again is an abomination. We never sanctioned this experiment. And I, for one, think it will be in our best interest to have the beast destroyed.
Oh boy.
Can I help you?
Why are you here?
My mother.
I was invited, my dear. Seeing as you cannot make us leave, we best get on with it.
No, we cannot make you leave. And you cannot make us stay. Not unless you're going to have that thing murder us all.
Why doesn't Tommen just make them sit in there?
Tommen's not really doing much of anything, to be honest.
Yeah, but she's running the show.
Yeah. Oh, there's Tommen.
Ooh.
Grace, my mother would like to see her daughter's final resting place.
I'm sorry, Your Grace. That's not possible. Not yet.
Who are you?
No one.
Who were you before you came here?
Arya Stark.
Tell me about the Hound.
Arya Stark left him to die. He was on her list. He was not on her list anymore. She had taken him off it.
That's a short list.
Dun 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 dun.
Dun 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 dun.
I will give her eyes back.
What in the hell's going on? I don't get it.
Well,
There's
Arya
things
got
I
her
just
sight back.
don't understand.
Famously loyal to the staff, kneeling, and fuck oaths. I've got a gift for you. A wild.
Oh man.
Who's this?
Recognize?
Well, yeah.
Welcome home. When it's dark.
Shit. Oh, wouldn't you shit if you saw him?
Especially being that they're the ones that killed him.
If you have any last words, now is the time.
You shouldn't be alive. It's not right.
Neither was killing me.
I had a choice, Lord Commander. Betray you, or betray the Night's Watch. You brought an army of wildlings into our lands. An army of murderers and raiders. If I had to do it all over, knowing where I'd end up, I pray I'd make the right choice again.
I'm sure you would, Serenity.
I fought. I lost.
Steve goes, ugh. Still looking at him with such hate in his eyes. Jeez.
And there's that.
And there's that. Look at him, he is freaking fuming.
He ain't looking now with any...
Yep. Sorry, Ollie, but you done fucked up, Aaron. It's actually pretty sad, though, because John really cared about Ollie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's pretty obvious what he wanted.
Ew. Look at Alistair's face. Ugh.
You should burn the bodies.
Yes.
What do you want me to do with this?
Where?
Wear it. Burn it.
Whatever.
Whatever you want. You know I've got some luck. My watch is ended.
His watch is ended.
Hell yeah.
So, episode 3. John got his revenge.
Wasn't revenge, it was
No,
what
it was
needed to be done.
justice. He got his justice.
Yep.
Yeah. But let's get on with the questions. And...
Alright. Let's go.
Okay, first question is from Hevan Rosh,
Hevan Rosh.
who just happens to be a part of our duo support crew over
Yes.
on Patreon. So
Yes.
thank you so much for that, Hevan, for showing your support.
What is this question?
Yep, it is, why do you think the Three-Eyed Raven is showing Bran the real events about the legendary fight between Ned and Sir Arthur Dayne?
Well, my theory was he was showing him what actually happened. Like, he wants him to know all, like he said. But he's not showing him everything.
Just bits and pieces.
Just bits and pieces.
Right.
But I don't understand why he cuts it off with that. Like, he's showing
like when
what
he was
actually
asking
happened.
what's in the tower, and he's like, nope, like, you're not ready for that, but like, I want you to see what really happened with this fight.
But he was told different. He was told that his dad defeated him.
Yes.
And that wasn't true.
Right.
I mean, it was a fight, and actually he would have more than likely lost because his sword was on the ground.
And Sir Arthur was
and he got taken
a
from behind.
badass.
He
Yeah.
just killed like 5 men.
Yeah,
Or
all by
4.
himself.
I mean, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
You don't know, it's just, you're not sure why he's showing him certain events, but...
And not all of it.
Right.
I don't understand.
Okay. My next question is from Paula C.
Paula C. And thanks, Savon.
This is, Paula wants to know, what do you think Arya is learning in Bravos and why? What good will any of this be in the grand scheme of things? Surely it isn't just torture porn. We are seeing this for a reason. What do you think it is?
I think I even said it during the actual filming of this, was what in the hell is this all about, really? I didn't understand it.
Yeah, you did. You
It
said
really is,
something along
it's
them
really
lines.
confusing to me.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some things I completely understand, and there's some things like the brand and this Arya stuff that's really confusing to me. Like, why?
Okay.
So, yeah. I have begun to kind of withdraw from that just to see what the outcome of that.
Okay.
Trying to stop paying attention to it, but I'm not understanding what it's for or what good it's for. A girl that means
Like,
nothing.
why does she have to be no one? And
Yeah,
like,
why does she have to be no
yeah.
one? Do you have to be no one to kill people? Because that's... I don't get it.
Yeah, I understand where the...
Arya's a badass, and she could do it with or without the faceless...
Faceless men or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, so I don't get it.
Okay.
I mean,
That's fine. It's fine if you don't
Paul,
get
sorry,
it.
that's just how I feel. She's just a badass, and she don't need that to accomplish her list, I think.
Corey75 wants to know...
Corey.
What's your opinion on Melisandre now that she's managed to resurrect Jon?
Well, there's something to it, although I don't like the fact, of course, as
She's still not in your good graces.
well, I'm not going to call it good graces. What I'm going to call it is she killed a little girl in the series,
Right.
and it's just no matter how many people she brings back. I mean, even when she found out she resurrected Jon Snow, she's already telling him, "Oh my God, he wasn't the well, that's what you thought. You thought he was the chosen one.
Right.
Don't try to guide Jon Snow." And it's obvious that he's walking out of there without her right now.
At the end, he says,
Yep.
"My watch is ended."
Yep, I'm gone. See ya.
Like,
I
don't
died.
care. Like,
I died.
I'm not a part of the watch anymore.
Until you're dead. He died, so he's
Yep.
done.
That's what I noticed right away when he said that, is his watch is ended because he died. So he's released from his vows.
That's the first thing I thought.
Yep.
Was see you later. I'm gonna go
I'm gonna
find
go-
my family.
You think that's what he's going to do?
Absolutely.
I think I had a question about that somewhere in here. About
Yeah, I think that's exactly what he's going to do. I hope the wildlings follow him or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what they're... There's a lot of... Let's go ahead and answer the question because that could come up.
Well, yeah, it could come up, but my next question is from Josh DeRose.
Josh DeRose.
Upon being revived, Jon tells Melisandre that he saw nothing in the afterlife. Do you think that the Red God, the Lord of Light, all religion, was just a made-up concept to provide an explanation for magic?
It's heavy.
That's heavy.
Very well put together question that confuses shit out of me. There's something to it.
There's something to it, but
Obviously.
is it just magic?
Well, it has to be.
Or is the some sort of deity that is controlling everything?
Well, look,
from somewhere?
there's dragons, and there's been powers that's happened. There's been illusions. With Dany,
Yes. visions. And
yeah, there's
traveling
something
into the
going.
past and
There's something going on.
Okay.
I do believe it's not really made up because at first I couldn't wrap my head around it because I didn't think it was.
So maybe it's not made up, but it's
happening. I don't know that she has complete understanding of it
yeah, I would agree with that.
because she wasn't even sure she could bring back Jon Snow,
Yeah.
but the other guy did. He brought back what's his name 6 times.
6 times, yeah.
His name keeps falling out of my head.
Thoros of Myr.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the guy we brought back was
Beric Dondarrion.
Yeah.
We'll just move along.
Yeah.
Since that question is kind of hard to answer, like with a definitive, it's like maybe it could be. I don't know. Craig.
Is that our Craig?
That's Craig Castellecchi.
Craig.
In the flashback, we see one of the most legendary sword fighters in Westerosi history,
Wow.
in
Yeah.
Sir Arthur Dayne, as well as Gerald Hightower, who was Aerys Targaryen's Lord Commander of the Kingsguard.
Was that the badass?
That was the other guy that was with Sir Arthur Dayne, who was the badass. So it was the other guy that was with Sir Arthur Dayne. Ned informed them that the king was dead, as well as the crown prince, and wondered why they weren't protecting them. Dayne responds that our prince wanted us here.
Yeah.
What possible reason could Rhaegar have had to send 2 of his best protectors away in the time of his greatest need?
Whatever it is, it's up in that tower.
Whatever it is, it's what...
Put the 2 best people there.
Yep, something, whatever's in that tower.
Maybe Daenerys.
Maybe his younger sister.
But yeah.
Could be, maybe. We heard screaming coming from in the tower. So
maybe it's... That's what I think.
Maybe it's his younger siblings, maybe, hiding them out. That could be.
I could be wrong.
Oh, whatever it is, it's more important to him than his own
We're
life.
going to find out. I know that scene hasn't went away in my head.
Right.
And that it's going to play into something here.
Okay. Next question.
Or...
Oh, okay.
Is it bigger than that?
I don't know. Maybe something to think about.
Oh, there's things going through my head now.
Next question is from Cory.
Cory.
And again, we get a flashback to a famous story of a fight between Ned Stark and Sir Arthur Dayne. His nickname was the Sword of the Morning. Bran recalls how his father beat him. The Three-Eyed Raven seems to question the validity of the story by asking, "Did he?" To which Bran responds that he's heard the story 1,000 times. However, we later see that though Ned did win, how he won was never actually revealed to his children in a straightforward manner. Could it be possible that other legends were slightly altered? And could George R.R. Martin be making a larger point about history and stories through this confusing moment for Bran?
Oh, definitely.
That things get twisted, things get changed over time,
to kind of,
or to make you look better, or whatever.
Yeah, to make your, yeah. No, I agree with that, and I think that
maybe
he is making
other famous stories in
real life too,
and in real life and in the show could be not quite what we believe or what they believe to be actual history.
And was the Mad King really mad?
I mean, I don't know. Steve Tipton. At the end of episode 2, Melisandre clearly has a wavering in her faith. Later, she left the room. We see Davos tilt his head and look at Jon, then leave as his glimmer of hope is fading as well. Then we see something cause Ghost to awaken, whimper, look over at Jon, and Jon suddenly resurrects. my question for you is, who is responsible for John being resurrected at the end of episode 2? Melisandre with her wavering faith, Davos with his growing yet fragile faith, or was it the seemingly similar timelines of Rickon's direwolf Shaggy Dog being beheaded by the small John Umber? Because we found out in this episode that
Rickon was
Rickon's direwolf.
Winterfell.
Yep.
As a prisoner.
Yep.
With the dog on the table.
Yep. That's a difficult question, too, because we're kind of just led to believe
all these questions are so well written, guys. Wow. You put a lot of things in my head.
Mm-hmm. And maybe these are just things to think about, too, that you don't necessarily have to give an answer right now, or that you can just say, you know, that'll give me something to think about. You know what I mean?
Well, Melisandre seemed to be not for sure.
That's true.
Because when he didn't wake up, she kind of
she just kind of left. Yeah.
With it's just it's not what I'm good at.
It's not gonna work.
Yeah. Everything's wrong. But she obviously has something going on because, I mean, you know, she takes out that thing, she turns into an old lady. There's something to it. And Davos, that's another one. His believing that it could be done.
And if we remember back
and his faith in, like, wanting it to happen and tell Melisandre, please, what's it going to hurt?
Right.
Let's do it. Let's try it. I've seen you do things that I shouldn't have seen, basically.
That I believed were to be impossible.
Yeah, so...
And now we have another thing that could potentially be the catalyst, because Shaggy Dog was killed around the same time.
Yeah.
And that was one of the direwolves. And we saw way back in season 1 when Ned killed Lady, that right after he killed Lady, Bran woke up. So it seems like those kind of like paid for lives. You know what I mean? That's what it kind of seems like, but I don't know.
Well, yeah.
It seems like Lady's life kind of paid for Bran's life. I mean, that's just what it seems like because of the timelines, but I don't know. We'll think about that a little bit more, Steve. Yeah. We'll think about that a little bit more because that's...
Very well could be, though. That could be. I'm just thinking very deeply.
Right.
You can tell.
Yeah. Yeah, I can.
I don't have an answer for that, but it's in here.
Okay, so this question I think we've kind of already answered, but I'll read it again because there is a little bit more information. The Applesauce Project. What do you think is the significance of the three-eyed raven showing Bran the fight between Ned and Sir Arthur Dayne? Do you think... so we already kind of answered that one. Do you think Ned actually heard Bran?
Yes.
Or was the three-eyed raven correct in saying that the past is already written and the ink is already dry? And therefore Ned turning around was just a coincidence?
No.
Okay. And then as a side note, Sir Arthur Dayne was Jaime's idol. So one of the reasons he had that desire to fight Ned way back in season 1 was in part a desire to test his mettle against the man who killed his idol. Now that we saw how that fight really played out, that might have also explained Ned's reluctance to fight Jaime, I would say.
Well, it seemed like he had too much of a problem once his friends were being...
No. But maybe it was his reluctance to fight Sir Arthur Dayne, because he didn't really show any reluctance there either, but I saw more of a reluctance when it came time to kill him. You know what I mean? Like he stood there
when it was mano-a-mano.
They were fighting good. But then after Sir Arthur Dayne got stabbed through the neck by Howland Reed, he fell down and Ned just kind of looked at him, and I saw like that, like on his face, he had a look of like he doesn't want to kill him.
Right.
So that's when I saw reluctance from Ned, but I don't know. Next question is from Gabriel Celeste.
Gabriel.
Where do you think, and this is the question I was talking about, where do you think John's storyline is going now that he stepped down as Lord Commander?
Right to the top.
Right to the top of where?
Well, he's got to put the band back together.
He's got to put the band back together.
Yeah, he's got to put the band back together, and because I have a feeling they're going to be searching for him, and vice versa.
Okay.
I think that will happen.
Okay.
And then they're going to, try and take Winterfell.
Okay. You think they're going to try and, make an army to take back Winterfell?
Yeah,
or do you think they're just going to
yeah.
try and, assassin their way in there?
You got, Sansa and, yeah. No, what? Do what?
You said that you think they're going to try and get Winterfell back.
Yeah.
So you think they're going to get an army, or do you think they're going to try to, assassin their way in there somehow?
No, I think
Kill Ramsay.
I think they're going to get an army together once they're together and explain everything that's going on and get people to fall in line, and we'll have to see about this Umber guy. I don't like him already.
Well, he's pledging his sword to Ramsay
he
freaking Bolton and
took a
gave
Stark.
over Rickon.
He's a dead
who, by
man.
the way, we haven't seen since season 3.
Yeah, I know.
Who is also very much taller. And Osha. But, yep.
Yeah, no, incredible things I think are coming, but my prediction is they're going to put together armies, and there's going to be a battle, and
Okay.
of course the Starks are going to win.
Okay. All right.
And we'll see what happens then.
All right. More predictions, you guys. But, yep, that was episode 3.
I mean, where else is he going?
Exactly. I don't know.
He's going to find if there's anyone left.
Okay.
Or Boogie. He's done.
That's what it would appear like he's done with the whole Night's Watch nonsense.
If he's going to be a bastard, he's going to be a bastard, the best bastard there is. And if not, I mean, he's going to try and see who's left. Because he doesn't know.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know anything. So, well, we will go ahead and end out this episode.
Yep.
On to episode 4. This was a good one. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please put a like on this video.
Yes.
Comment down below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell.
Ring that thing.
To be reminded when we put up new videos. And I hope you guys have an amazing and awesome day.
Yes. Hope amazing happens to you. Peace out.